Hello co-rats, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. I'm TryclydeTamer. This episode, episode 6, we are going to be doing the Tower of Hera, also called the Mountain Palace, but it's more officially called the Tower of Hera because it's so cool. You could either go Greek with Hera, or go Roman with Juno. You just step over those switches like that. Be very crafty, go up to this little tile. Blink at his eyes, Sahasrahla the Elder. I know that you're the eldest Sahasrahla. I have some advice. In the dungeons, you can gaze into the magic mirror to return to the entrance at any time. Do not forget this. Okay, that's some valuable information for me. Right off the bat, we can go straight up and get our dungeon map. It's better to not get it later because it's helpful, even though if you look at your map, it's just a bunch of floors of more or less the same stuff, so you don't exactly need it. I believe these are dongos, because they're, the dinosaur enemies. Kind of caged up. Maybe this is a place of containment for them. Didn't need that stuff. There's actually a locked door over there. Many Moldorms everywhere. Gotta be safe. Be funny if I trapped it in with me, because it would be not very much space for it to roll around in unless it wanted to go down the stairs, even though it can't really do that because enemies don't exactly do that thing. Oh man, I missed out on a rupee there, but those Stalfos were being quite troublesome. So let's just go back and forth. You can definitely do some crazy trick shotting with your boomerang to mess up those switches and kind of break this place, but I'm just going to go through it normally unless some breaky things happen. Speaking of things breaking, I actually want to get through this room as quick as possible because the floor tiles are flying all over the place. I don't think any of these things are going to be bad for me. Okay, I actually need to wait until these guys are all gone, so I'm just going to stay right here, prepare my sword. I don't really like slashing, I just like slashing it once, preparing a spin attack, and then they run into it anyway, disabling my spin attack, keeping it safe. So, yeah. Standing in a corner like this is relatively safe to do, because you can't really do it in the doorway. It has to be a doorway that's not upstairs, at least in most cases. Come on, I know, you're trying to make a pattern of a skull on 4th, there we go. I lost quite a few hearts, and as I said, there aren't really any hearts in those pots right there. Hearts in those containers, get it? Because hearts in your hearts containers. Mini Moldorms are so annoying, especially when they start causing this beeping that is ultra annoying as well. Speaking of ultra annoying, we got these red Stalfos. Kill them with one hit though. Oh man, I shouldn't be wasting magic pots getting it when I have full magic anyway. Kind of hinting those bigger lamps that I need to light the smaller lamps, so we can go and grab the big key already, the master key of the dungeon. Open many locks that small keys cannot. I always gotta read the description. Ooh, you guys, we're getting kind of close for comfort. Gotta be careful. Alright, red is down, so blue is up, so hit the switch, and blue is down, red is up. No things are gonna be flying at me. Ooh, I don't want to really hit you. It doesn't matter though, because there's more switches on the outside. Ultimately, by the time we go to fight the boss, we want to have reds being down. You're gonna see why. Quick edit, I'm gonna make it seem as streamlined as possible so that the reds are still down right here after me mentioning that they need to be down for the boss. Alright, we go up this way now. Got these annoying guys that kind of knock you back, so be careful not to fall into the holes in the floor. You can knock them into the floors themselves if you so desire. We do need to defeat all these guys to pass through to the next room. There we go, recover my magic a little bit, see if I can get a heart. No. I believe that the reds are still down. Yes, indeed. Want to keep it that way as much as possible. And I don't think we really need to alternate it too much for the rest of the dungeon anyway. This room is kind of an annoyance because you can hit the things on the tiles over the floors and you can switch the pits around. Whatever scientific sense that makes. But we do want to go through, hit the big key, big door, take you guys out because you're a nuisance to me. Speaking of nuisances, gotta get rid of that beeping of my hearts. Alright, I don't want to mess around with you. It's like if he started chasing me, he'd fall down into the floor anyway. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Blue's up, reds are down, so I want to keep the reds down. That's my ultimate goal. I'm saying the word ultimate goal a lot in this LP and this episode. Every episode just has to have its certain phrase. Okay, we got plenty of mini Moldorms and plenty of pots as well. Usually your first time through this room, you should be getting all the items, but I'm not really getting anything right now. There we go, there's a heart as soon as I say all that stuff. there's a chest in the center of the room, but I want to get rid of this guy first before he gets rid of me, and the dongos as well. I will hit you. Ooh, skillfully dodge your fire, even though, did I get hit? It was kind of flashing there. I don't know. But you found the compass. We can pinpoint the lair of the dungeon's evil master, but it's safe to say that he's all the way up at the top. Or maybe it's a hurry, you don't know. Link, it is I, the Hospital of the Elder, an orb known as the Moon Pearl, is in this tower. Whoever holds the Moon Pearl is protected so that his form will not change in the Dark World. You must find it and escape from the tower. Don't forget the Moon Pearl. I think I don't want to forget the Moon Pearl, just to hunt. You want to hit that little tile right there so it switches the holes to be a little bit on the way up. Actually, do I want it to be the other way? Yeah, I do, because you want it like that. You want it to be as far down as possible. Anyway, we're pretty much done with that room. Kill the final Dodongo, if that's even what they are. Then move on ahead to the next floor. There are cracks in the walls, but that doesn't mean you can bomb them. I've tested in practice. So yeah, gotta be careful in this room, and this is why you want to have the things down right here, because the next floor is actually the boss. Wanna watch out for these orb guys. It would be even more interesting if hitting them would change them red and make all the tiles change around as well. But yeah. Grab up my health, fill it up. I should have waited until I was done with this fire bar, but oh well. Fire bars like we're playing Mario. I should probably do more Super Mario Maker. It'd be even cooler if I could do 2 uploads a day instead of just Link to the Past. But I'm like my daily uploads with this though. You found the Moon Pearl! This protects the hero from the changing effects of the golden power. So yeah, it's kind of cryptic how you exactly figure it out, but people back then, Japanese and stuff's like, I don't need a walkthrough to go through this. Because Japanese people totally talk like that. Maybe if they're slurping that sake. I don't know, I couldn't really get into the prejudicial stuff. But anyway, we do want those red tiles down right here. Let's go up to the 6th floor to face our boss, Moldorm. It's probably one of the most hated bosses in this game, probably in the Zelda series, probably of all video games. It's nothing too complicated, but you definitely gotta be careful with it, because I shouldn't really be doing spin attacks. He will knock you around the place. I want to do some normal sword attacks so he has less of a chance of knocking me around. And yes, he can knock you down off the battlefield, and you have to restart the fight. You fall into the floor below you, and sometimes, depending on where you fall, you could fall even more floors below you, based on the positioning of the holes in the floors below. As above, so below. It's like moving in a thing that PewDiePie did a labyrinth thing for. Alright, we're on to its final little pieces of movement, so we just gotta do a normal sword slash as long as he doesn't knock me down. Please get over to a safe place. Ugh, gotta be very careful. Ooh, too close for comfort, man. Ooh, no, I fell. It was the last hit too. Oh well, we are down here and you can recover your hearts, unless it's a pot that you've already picked up. Oh no. No, I'm gonna fall down all these floors. Well, you only fall down 2 floors. It's not like you go all the way to the beginning. Bam! Final hit right there. Took a few tries. I might be showing all my failures, unless some of them may be somewhat vulgar, even though none of them are really vulgar. Let's do our spin attack and grab our final pendant. With it being red, you think it would be the Pendant of Power, but it is actually going to be the Pendant of Wisdom, as the text box will say. You won the Pendant of Wisdom. With this, you have collected all 3 pendants. Go now to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword. Alrighty, we shall do so after being filled up and doing our victory pose with our fighter sword. So we're now back on Death Mountain. I'm actually going to do a little exploit and do a save and quit. Yeah, Triforce coming together down there. It's not actually letting me skip to this. Usually it would. Well, maybe if I started the game with it not being from loading the snapshot thing, whatever it's called. It's called the... what is it called? Let me go into this right here. It's restore point. That's what it is. Sorry, me exploiting my Wii U stuff, even though I'm not actually using it and stuff to kind of cheat things a little bit. Let's start from the Sanctuary to make things a little easier on ourselves. Talk to Zelda. Link, you are wonderful. As I thought, you have the power of the hero inside you. Now you should get the Master Sword. I'm confident that you can defeat the evil wizard. Alright, Zelda. Let's talk to the sage. Take the 3 pendants into the Lost Woods. The Master Sword awaits you there. Alright, old man, we shall do show with my Sean Connery, I guess, voice. I could probably run into these things. Yeah, run into the tree and makes these apples appear. Different places across Hyrule will do that. Run out of the way of you because I'm a faster runner, Link's more athletic, and you guys are wearing heavy armor. Ooh, but I almost subdued my defense by charging straight ahead, Link being a glass cannon or something. Trying to incorporate my RPG stuff. I'm just thinking about Xenoblade. I want to play the Wii U port of it on the Wii menu using my GameCube controller as a classic controller, because you can't use GameCube controllers on games other than Smash unless you have the third-party thing that lets you use it as a classic controller, and I don't really have the best conditions of controllers, so my best one is pretty much a Black Mad Catz one that has a sticky A button, as is traditional with those types of controllers, as well as a kind of clicky B button that feels kind of weird. Anyway, enough about talking about controllers, let's go up here. For 100 rupees, I'll let you open one chest and keep the treasure that is inside. What will you do? I will open a chest. Alright, open the chest you like. I want to open this third one. Yay, very lucky. 300, and that's there's these words, net profit of 200. Very nice. So I can definitely make use of those off screen, getting a few more upgrades in the Pot of Happiness. I don't really like getting hit by all these enemies. But yes, we've been here way back, I believe, in episode 2, kind of showing the location of the Master Sword, but couldn't really do much until we got the Book of Medora to translate it, as well as all 3 pendants, which we have now. We have repentance for all these pendants or something. Let's go straight ahead. I don't want to kill the animals, so I'm just going to dash straight through them. They wouldn't do any damage to me, but oh well. We'll look at this again. Crazy Hylian text. Let's translate it. The hero's triumph on Cataclysm's eve wins 3 symbols of virtue. The Master Sword he will then retrieve, keeping the knight's line true. Nice little rhyme. And the Master Sword is waiting for us to grab it. A sword holds no strength unless the hand that wields it possesses courage. Let's go. Grabbing it dispels evil in the Lost Woods. Suddenly, Sahasrara contacts you telepathically. Link, it is extraordinary that you won the Master Sword that makes evil retreat. With this shining sword, I believe you can deflect the wizard's evil powers. The destiny of this land is in your hands. Please, Link. You're our only hope. Help me, Obi, Link, Kenobi. I'd say we're more like Link Skywarder. Hahaha. Get it? Because Star Wars, Zelda, something. Go back through. Link, help! The soldiers are coming to Sanctuary! Aye! Triple ellipses. That's not good. We should probably get over there. Now that we have the Master Sword, though, if we fill up our hearts, we can indeed shoot our sword with power. So, if I find a heart, I will show that post-haste. But as for now, I'm actually going to make a quick return trip to over by the Tower of Hera because of that thing we needed the Master Sword for. So yeah, I'll see you there in a second. Old man, you heal me up, and you shall witness my sword beams! The Master Sword is twice as powerful as the Fighter Sword, and the sword beams act as the normal power of the Fighter Sword, and of course spin attacks have 4 times the damage of a normal slice from the Fighter Sword. Just using the single variable of the Fighter Sword, I guess. But yes, back to where we were going. Sorry, I like the music when you go into the Dark World at this point. I believe it only plays in the Dark World Death Mountain. Don't really quote me on that. I'm not fully experienced with the chip tunes of 16-bit in this game. But yes, we weren't the bunny as we were there. And everybody's like, whoa, you must be a very heroic person because you're no longer bunny. How would they know that I'm the same person? Maybe they just feel the aura. Hold up the Master Sword and you will get the magic of Ether. Hold it up. Am I going to be Melia now? Can I use Summon Flare? Nope, we're gonna get Summon Bolt apparently. This is the Ether Medallion. Its magic controls the upper atmosphere and polar wind. Watch your magic meter. Also looks like a screw attack as well. But yes, it's a thing that we can make use of to freeze enemies on screen and also take some weaker ones out. Into the sanctuary to see what exactly has taken place in here. Mutiny! The sage is on the floor with his sunglasses-looking stuff. Link, you are a second too late. I have failed. Zelda, the soldiers have abducted her. They have taken her to the castle. You must find her before the wizard works his magic. Please, you are our only hope. There we go with the whole Star Wars references, and he disappears. It's like Yoda or something. Spoilers, even though Star Wars is crazy pop culture. Man, it's gonna feel weird ending an episode other than episode 1 here in the Sanctuary. But yeah, until next time on The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, where we go back through Hyrule Castle, this time to dispel the magic barrier Aghanim has created, to go up and take him down at the highest room of the tallest tower. Don't toast yourself.